If you want to see swatches of these bad boys, then keep on watching. All right, let's get this out of the way. If you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel, please consider subscribing. That would be fantastic. I have a few things to talk about today, and it is a collection that I have been curious about for a while. I have heard Mel Thompson fawn over these products, the brushes, the pencils, the toppers, the metallics, and I've also heard Angelica Nyqvist talk about the face palette that is, in her view, quite versatile. So I decided to get my hands on some of Linda Hallberg. Hallberg? Hopefully I've got it close. I'm not Swedish. I thought I would show you the products and explain to you why I thought they were so important to get my hands on sooner than later. But for me, I'm not suggesting everybody has to hop on and get these products. They are on the higher end, and I just am a bit on a mission to understand how layering various shadows can get different effects, and the Linda Hallberg products seem to be particularly good at that. So I really, that is a skill that I want to really explore in 2019, and so I'm excited to be working with these. So I'm going to get through this palette first, which is the face palette. And this face palette is supposed to be extremely versatile, and it goes with the statement that Linda puts on the plastic that goes in the palette. And to me, that really sums up her philosophy. There are no do's and don'ts. Your face and your body, your rules. And I love the fact that her makeup, by definition, is built to break the rules, and I'm hoping that that is going to help me break the rules more with more of my other makeup. So call this kind of my gateway drug to break all the rules in makeup. So I'm going to show you, I don't want to blind you, there's a mirror, and there are 8 pans in this palette. Now there is this original one, and there's also the deep. And I have to admit, I picked it up because I got it for half off, and I was curious about it, but I have a lot of face palettes. But the fact that it's a good reminder that we can use face products for eyeshadow and vice versa. It's just colored powder. There's no problem with doing that. So she has, by what I can see, what would be traditionally a couple of highlighters, a couple of blushes, looks like almost an under eye setting powder, although could also be a face powder, a contour, a bronzer, and a black. But the black, and actually any of the colors, can be mixed together to give you a different result, and you should really be able to, I'd say, a light to medium skin tone to contour your whole face with this. Now the black, one could argue you could go deeper than medium, but I just don't want to overstep because I'm in a territory I know nothing about. So, with all due respect, I will keep quiet on anything else. And so yeah, this is the palette. I'm not going to do anything, swatches, whatever, with this palette. I think this would be kind of, I think there's going to be a brand new series. All I want to do for you today is swatches, and I wanted to explain why I felt like this brand was super interesting to me. And this brand also makes me think of the Canadian indie brand called Cleonade Cosmetics. And I do have a little bit of Cleonade Cosmetics. I will link the video right here of me talking about them, swatching them, all that good stuff. I'll show you what I have. So these are the shades that I have right now, and this is a really neat highlighter. There's duochrome. They have metallics, mattes, and also some highlighters that I would argue are can be used as transformer shades. So I'm very curious to compare and contrast Cleonade to Linda Hallberg. So we'll see. I'm going to noodle on exactly how I'm going to approach that, but I think they warrant some comparison for a few reasons. Despite the fact that they came from very different backgrounds, I don't think that Cleonade came from a point of one artist on YouTube or Instagram coming up with a makeup line. I think they just are a couple of women who really love makeup and wanted to create something wonderful. So, and their artisan makeup is what I would call it, because they do different mixtures of shadows to create some pretty interesting things, and they're very well known for their highlighters. Now, let's open this box here. Actually, I'm going to go with the Enchanted Secrets first, because this palette was available last year. So here is the packaging. Now, I don't mind this sleek cardboard packaging. I like the fact that it's light, it's small, and they get right down to business. And, thank you, Linda. I'll take the plastic off. The shades are under the names. This is so exciting. I'm getting tired of not having names on stuff. So 4 of these, they are duochrome, and they're supposed to be very sheer, and they are able to transform the look that you have on. So I'm going to do swatches for you, but look at the design though on here. I almost don't want to swatch them. It's beautiful. I love that. Okay, let's mess it up no matter what. So I'll do Moonwake, Ethereal, which is one that I really, really like. I like all of them, but Ethereal just... Next one is Zephyr, or Zephyr, depends how you want to say it. And then finally, Orphic. Oh gosh, a really nice blue shimmer in it. Oh, it makes me think of one of the Lancôme shadows that I'm playing with right now. Here are the 4. And this one's closer to my skin tone, so it's Zephyr is closer to my skin tone, so it's a bit hard to see. Ethereal definitely is my favorite, but I have a thing for lime green, and this one shifts lime green to peach. And then the first one, Moonwake. Moonwake shifts purple to pink. Just beautiful, beautiful shades. So, and they are very sheer, so I could see how you would use mattes or deeper shimmery shades or metallic shades, and you could put this on top to just kind of take it to the next level. So I'm really curious to use these and see how it goes. I can't stop staring at them, sorry. All right, let's go into the next quad, because I do have 2 quads from this brand. Okay, this is the new quad released this year, and it's called the Metallic Mysteries Series 2. So obviously last year there was a Series 1, and by what I understand, one of the colors, Collision, is the same in both palettes. So if you have the one from last year, you would have 3 new ones as opposed to a net 4, but the thing is, Collision was pointed out by a lot of people in the videos last year as their favorite, so I can see how that one was carried forward. And by the way, the palette does fold all the way back and does not seem to be tearing as a result, which is fabulous. This packaging is really interesting. It's it almost looks like they're baked, they're domed, and they have the same kind of a finish. And I said in the NARS video that I just filmed that the NARS made me think of the Linda Hallberg palette, and I'm not kidding. Look at that. Very similar. These are highlighters and blushes. But take a look at that. Pretty similar, isn't it? So these are 4 metallics. I love the fact that they came out at Christmas and there's a red and a green. I don't know that that was necessarily what it was for, but at least I like it. So there's Collision, Epsilon, and Draco or Draco. And this other one I can never remember. Arcturus. Arcturus. I wonder what the background is on that name. Let's do a few swatches of these and I will see if I can get better at swatching because I still suck at it. So I apologize in advance if I screw it up. So with that note, let's do this. And again, here I am messing up the, oh gosh, they're really different. Collision is really chunky. So let's do that this way. See if I can actually do better swatches this way. Okay, 2 more. I always think that the color with the pinky gets short shrift because the pinky is such a small finger. It seems to have held its own. Let's see here. So here they are. I'm just going to get a little closer to the camera. And I think I'm going to double swatch these, just because. The Epsilon is very silky. I just really like the feel of it. It's very silky. And by what I understand, you can use them sheer or full on. Okay. There we go. I think that's some better swatches. Yeah, you know what? I have to say this one steals the show. I'm not, except for Collision, I am not super crazy jazzed about these colors. I think they're pretty. I think I can use all of them. I think they would be flattering on most people. But I have a bit of a wait and see approach here because, and maybe wet, they really look more like they do in the pan. I'm not sure. Wow, that Collision, look at the Collision color. Holy cow, it feels like it would be like you're wearing gold right on your eye. Really neat. That's really neat. Yeah, I can't really top what I've got on right now, but you can tell I already want to play with these colors. So to me, these guys steal the show. So the toppers, and the funny thing is, oh yeah, look at that one. The funny thing is that these are the ones that I was vying for to begin with. Now, of course, this is my initial thoughts on this brand, so don't take it to the bank. I always seem to change my mind on things, but I at least wanted to show you these because I do understand that these are limited edition. Hopefully it says so on the package. It doesn't say that whether it's limited edition or not, but you know what? I'm going to read you what's on the back anyway. And if you don't know, Linda Hallberg was, I believe, really big on Instagram. I think that's where she started, and apparently she's really well known. I unfortunately hadn't heard of her until this year. For the Metallic Mysteries 2, it says, formed from the brightest star, soaring through the northern sky, leading down to the southern constellations, colliding together in one amazing palette. Metallic Mysteries 2 brings you 4 intense shadows that will leave you breathless. Use them wet or dry on the eyes, face, lips, or body. And that's really a big thing for Linda, is that you should really be able to use her makeup however the heck you want, which is kind of nice. And then the Enchanted Secrets, which is these guys. Just keep wanting to show you those. I'm not sure why. And I have stuff all over my fingers. Okay, so these guys, these were available last year. So I don't know if these are permanent or limited edition in any way, shape, or form. It says, like hypnosis, this palette turns everything into magic. Use them on their own or add them on top of any look. Let's keep this our little secret. Yeah, I really think that this is the one that's going to be the rock star out of the two. But I have to say, I have my Christmas colors down for the coming season, like filming this on December 20th. And yeah, I've apparently got this in good time for the holidays. So I will be playing with this. If you want a look with these sooner than later, just please leave me a comment down below and I will endeavor to do that for you as a first impression video. That's it for now. Thank you for joining me for this quick look at 3 palettes from Linda Hallberg, and I will get better at saying her name. For now, I thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.